with the battle calmed down, you have a prisoner, which Arkin is currently standing over, both resting and keeping an eye on this drow who's still got his hands up, back to the ground, with the mushrooms behind him, and the dead body of this giant spider which had got crushed by the giant snake, which at this point has slivered up to more the center of the area, curled up into a almost like a ball of snaky stuff, and almost like it's been deflated, shrinks down to the size of a human, and reveals Sechiko as she brushes her hair out the way, and stands around looking pretty much untouched in any fashion around, which is a great contrast instead of Arkin, who's a mess at this point. Okay.
Oh, damn it.
While you guys are kind of just recuperating, Ro and Booker, who jumps off the wall, regroups in the center, and as you guys have been told, he gives a good old whack to Arkin's face, with a straight right hook. No words. Gives a chuckle of a, I told you I'd do that, Arkin. Now, good that you're alive. Yes. Why did you choose this place of all places to meet? Was this not planned? Where did these drow come from? I thought this was secluded. Arkin, who's still resting on his sword in the ground. Good to see you as well.
Yeah, Ambi, I'm really having a lot of difficulties understanding you because you're coming off really robotic.
Am I?
It's really,
Yep.
Yeah. It's really
Yeah.
hard to understand.
That's strange, because I'm showing good connection.
I don't know.
Sometimes it's good, and then sometimes it's
It's just really,
like,
really bad.
Alright, let me check my power. What's it showing? It's showing 20. I can quickly disconnect for you guys. Hold on.
Don't worry. Seems better. At least right now.
Yes, Arkin, who's currently just leaning on his sword, or almost just like hanging off it. Sechiko is kind of like got a hand on his shoulder and casting a heal spell on him as well, just to make sure he's not going to fall over.
Aww.
Yes, it's good to see you as well. No, I did not plan that they would be here. This was unexpected. As I had said in my letter, the drow have become more erratic.
Mr. Robert is back.
Yeah, still Robert.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
No. This is why some is bad. Just destroys connections. Tell me when I'm good again. Anytime.
Still a robot.
Still a robot? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Do you have a fan on?
I do, but it's behind me.
Okay, because sometimes they cause interference because of weirdness.
Because I've had it on for a while, so
Yeah.
I will turn it off. Let's see if that works.
Oops.
All right. How about now?
Try speaking for the.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I? The drow. The drow have become more fanatic, and frantic.
No, still a robot.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Alright. Is it bad that you can't hear me, or bad that it's just...
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
No,
well,
like,
it's like breaking
yeah,
up
really
every
hard
few seconds. You
understanding
can't
you.
hear anything.
Stop using McDonald's Wi-Fi and get your own.
My internet's fine. I think it's you guys.
What? You think it's all of us?
Yeah? Because it's showing me with fine. No packet drops or anything.
But we can all hear each other fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your becomes coming through weird.
Yeah, I have 25 ping and 0 packet loss.
Well, then maybe those numbers don't actually mean anything useful. 'Cause
That's a
clearly
lie.
there's kind of issues.
Computer's never wrong.
It sounds like you have one of those old shitty mics and have your phone right next
Yeah,
to
I
it.
mean, the weird thing is, right now you're sounding okay.
Yeah.
But as soon
Yeah.
as you start explaining anything,
It's just...
It's mostly when you're doing the voices.
Because I can hear you guys fine. Which is strange.
When you talk over, you can clear, but when you do voice, it cuts out.
Yes, I mean...
It might be because he's recording.
That's never been a problem.
Well,
Do you have a wireless
But
headset?
No.
it's never been this hot before. so-
Okay.
Yeah, it's never
I
been this
thought
hot
maybe
before.
you mean when you do your voices.
Maybe it's the your bottom lining on the pickup for the talk thing on the mic. Because it seems to be whenever you're doing a voice deeper or something, so maybe you're quieter and it's not picking everything up.
Possible. Let's turn...
well, it was still robot-y, but yeah. He was making crime.
Turn that down. Okay, so turn the cancellation slower down. So that might help. I'm fine now.
You're fine now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, keep them going and remind me if it does pop up. We may just have to stop early. Let's see.
Somewhere in the distance, people are gossiping.
Yeah.
Italians.
I don't even notice it anymore, because for me it's just like... it's like background
Yeah.
noises. I just cancel it out. But yeah, you should tell me if you hear anything and I just mute myself.
Well, the drow have always been a problem down here.
By a crowd of angry Italians.
Crowd of angry Italians. If I'm fine now, we can carry on, I guess.
Yeah, you're fine now.
Okay, sweet. It might have been then that I had a low... That was weird though, because I've had it for ages. Anyway, the drow have been frantic and chaotic. They've been up to something. This is apparently some type of convoy. Over there, and he points just north of the temple. They've got some type of caravan of creatures. I'm not sure what they're doing with them, but I managed to, well, get their attention. Fortunately, I have Sechiko to help me, but I'm glad that you guys made it. As well as the broken compass. Pleasure to meet you again. It's been,
Can I punch him now?
Hi.
if you want to.
Aaron, to meet you. Well, no,
Yes, we met at the forward post before the Tyke.
Oh yeah, you dropped that thing for Serafina that I picked up.
Yes. What?
Huh?
Oh.
Has the prisoner said anything?
He's currently got his hand up. He seems to not understand you guys currently.
I turn to him and in Irish say, "Do you have anything to say for yourself?"
I was hired to guard. I have done nothing wrong.
God, what? And who hired you?
The priestess that you killed. And he points to the furthest away body.
No, the
The-
tentacly one.
Well, you haven't inspected it. The crispy one. She did. She was one of the grand priestesses that came from one of the houses. Said she was on an important mission for the lady. I didn't believe her, but she paid well.
Do you have anything else that can be of use to us?
What do you want to know? I am not foolish enough to tell lies in front of a dozen people.
I turn to the rest of you and touch Tom and say, "What information do you want on?"
Can you just ask if all the priestesses, grand priestesses or whatever she is, like tentacular and stuff? Because that doesn't sound normal. I mean, I think so. I don't know. I don't know nothing about. Can you just ask him?
Ulan, which bodies are you looting?
I'll start with like the three that are over on the left hand side of the screen. So the priestess and the two armored chaps.
Okay.
And then I'll move
I
on.
was
I'll
about
move on
to
to the other.
come
I'm
help
just gonna like wander around and rummage through bodies while everybody else is doing.
Okay.
talking.
You don't find much, especially nothing on the burnt one. Most of the dress is also completely roasted.
Okay.
There's some metal ornaments that she had, but they're mostly melted. They don't seem to be magical. With the veil completely burnt off as well, you can see underneath the mutation of what looks to be some type of tendrils across her face.
Does she also have like a long pipe with a Persil ball on the end? Okay, no, never mind. That might be an old person joke.
No. The two heavy plate guys seem to be very much exactly that. You can see some of their skin, especially if you pull off the helmet, that they also drow, mostly. They seem to have either been bred specifically to be fighters, as they definitely have more square faces, very brutish, which is very odd for drow. Especially how muscular they are as well. And their greatswords don't see anything spectacular. They're very intricate in design. They're made of black, the black metal similar to Seren spears.
What was that black metal again?
Adamantine.
Adamantine. Oh, commandeer a couple of adamantine greatswords.
Okay, yeah, two greatswords.
Is the armor made of the same stuff?
Doesn't it actually seems like it? Yeah. You've been enough around the temple now that you can tell metals apart at this point, and yeah, this seems to be some type of adamantine.
I can't be asked to strip any drow naked. Not right now, anyway.
Saren, you were helping? Did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one are you checking? The three or the priestess?
Actually, I'll start with the priestess since I was closer.
Okay. Give me an intelligence to save.
Oh, fucking fantastic. Because that's the height of my abilities.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a number. Saren just drops
Oh dear.
Wait, where was Sarah?
by the priestess.
Okay.
I went over to her. I might have watched in that direction too. So
Yeah, she seemed to just be going close to the body, and then as soon as she was touching the body, she just dropped.
I'm
I-
too busy watching such a
yeah, I
What?
walk over to her, and I will also, in the meantime, cast detect magic from my stone.
Oh, that makes sense. I was muted.
No, bad.
So
Senja.
if I notice her dropping, I'm gonna run towards her.
Yeah. Currently, Saren, your intelligence is 0, so
Okay.
you are stunned for the time being.
Awesome.
So
Definitely
what's the
running
difference
towards her.
between any other time? What?
Senator, you're nearby.
Any
Seraphina,
other time I can actually
Yeah, I.
save your sorry ass.
Seraphina, you're next to him. Both of you give me perception check. Actually, you don't need to. Your passives are high enough.
Cast detect magic too.
As you're casting this, both of you notice that the body that she's next to starts to twitch.
Okay, I'm immediately running towards her, and I'm trying to drag the hell out of her.
Okay.
Oh god. I would have no
Do I need to
idea
make a
why this is
save?
happening.
No, just her. Had to.
Okay. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna pick her up. I'm gonna move her away from the twitching body.
Would I know what's happening?
Give me an Arcana check. Because you haven't seen much. You literally just saw her drop.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing the twitching body. Never mind.
Yeah, this is some weird ass shit. You're not sure if it's undead.
Yeah,
if this
the
is.
twitching body is glowing with magic.
God damn it, Aaron.
Not with magic, no.
But does the head does she have
Oh,
anything
God.
magical on her?
This priestess.
We're about to get another visitation from the Avatar.
She has something small that seems to be glowing beneath her clothes.
Because I think this is what happened last time. Or something similar.
Senja, how far away are you putting her body away?
Oh, wait.
Sorry, what was that?
How far are you gonna pull away her body from the priestess?
As far as I can bring her.
Okay. Do half speed, so 15
I
feet.
mean, I can dash. I can dash.
Okay. Seraphine, as you're closest to the body, you see something. The neck starts to twitch more erratically, and it faces towards where Seraphina's body's being dragged towards, as the head, which
Saren.
Saren, sorry, as the eyes are still rolled back
This way.
from
I
it
would,
being a dead body.
Between all this, while this is happening, I would have yelled, guys.
Okay. Everyone else can see that Senator's dragging Saren.
Okay, I'm
Is
gonna
this really
come
time for that?
right here and ask what the fuck's going on.
You were saying something yeah, it's looking, them, whatever, is looking in the direction of Saren.
And the body's twitching and it's following this.
And do I see the body being weird?
Oh yeah, you see this body being weird, and the head is currently looking towards Saren's body, and you don't see eyes.
Shoot it in the head.
Okay,
At the same time, I walk up and try and take death.
okay, go for it. Make attacks. You have advantage.
Cast Might on it.
With advantage, hang on.
In the meantime, I am dragging her away.
Yeah,
Nice.
doesn't matter.
Wow.
While you're aiming to shoot, Ithamore just cleaves the head off, and then the head still rolling on the floor, its eyes still looking, and then the head still twitching on the floor, separated from the body, starts to bulge.
Okay, I shoot it still.
Okay, go for attacks.
Hang on, an advantage is it?
Yeah.
Oh dear fucking god.
I'm just shooting it with
I mean,
like.
out of game, I know what probably is happening.
Shut up.
24. 30.
30.
Yep, both of those hit. slam into it, and the head has these 2 arrows pointing out, and it's still kind of twitching, and as it's bulging.
I want to burn it.
Okay, go for it. It's
I wanna.
you're seeing these bulges kind of protrude out the sides of the neck, which has now been severed.
Staff can do something special.
Special.
Yes, it can add a die to damage.
Okay. What are you casting?
Can I cast the Burning Hands and add the die?
At the head and the body? Yeah, you can do that. You would probably have to make sure you don't burn Ulan, but yeah, you can do that.
I can shave. Oh dear, I don't know. I'm just gonna cast it.
Go for it.
I don't know how additional. Well, I should just have both.
Roll an extra d6 if you're going to use a staff charge. So 15, 16.
Oh my.
Yeah. With the 2 arrows already punctured into it, and then the burning hands, as it's beginning to twitch, and you're seeing these bulges kind of grow out of the stump of the neck into what looks like paws or hands. You see this 4 limbs pop out.
Okay.
You just completely engulfing it in flame. And as the flames subside, you see just the head slumped to the side, no longer twitching, and completely blackened.
I carefully poke it with my staff, just to make sure it's actually dead.
It's very crispy.
What the fuck was that?
Hey, Argentile.
I go to the prisoner and say, what the hell just happened to your priest head there?
His face is also a gasp with shock. He's like, "What was that?"
Is Saren still down?
She is down.
She's down. Okay.
And I call after Argentile because he's the closest mission.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll. Here's a. Yeah. Actually, he says. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Okay. Sachiko, we're gonna need a few things. It's you killed it, right?
I think so.
It's not moving.
Yeah, it's not moving.
Then it's fine. She's been afflicted by something. I am not completely sure what.
Can you do anything?
I can't at this point. Sachiko, make sure that she's at least breathing. Senator, you're next to her, so you can tell. Aaron, you're going up to her as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
Still holding her.
Yeah, both of you can give me medicine checks, just to.
Yeah, because that's gonna be.
And
Wait,
I'm
me?
keeping
Please
an
don't
eye
kill
on
me.
their head.
Serafina,
Actually,
is there anything
I do have
magical on the body?
advantage on this. That would be a 9.
Okay, no, okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, I will.
Aaron, nice. You do what?
I will walk over to the party, which hopefully is laying still. The magical thing, where is it hiding?
It's kind of like around her waist. There seems to be some type of pouch on the side. Aaron, Senator, you're not really sure. You're kind of like hesitating on what to do at this point. Aaron, you can tell she's definitely. The ambulance is coming!
Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. The thing ambulance is that someone used power tools like 2 seconds ago.
That's fine. Aaron, though, you can tell she's definitely breathing still. However, she has no conscious movement at this point. She's not moving, she's not twitching, but she is still breathing, and there is a heart rate. It's slow, but there is a heart rate. And Setrika comes over as well. She also is going to do a medicine check. Actually, yeah. Okay, 15. Yeah, she comes about the same as what you did while you're inspecting as well. I think she's alive, but not there. And she kind of looks at the head. Arkin, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with more illithid problems. We're dealing with a devourer. Specifically of intellect. This is why we don't deal with illithids.
What is a devourer? Is it a thing? Is it an object? Is it a creature?
It was that head.
That head, like it became one, or it was always
It was trying to
one?
move bodies.
Ah.
Fortunately, you got rid of it before it could.
Is
Like,
Wait,
it was
wait.
like a parasite or something?
You said, yeah. Move bodies, like.
Very much like a parasite. It moves between brains.
Oh,
Oh,
so.
great.
Oh.
Fucking gold, okay.
Fortunately, it didn't root itself anywhere else. But what it's done, however, has
Well done.
completely made your friend Saren. She's now completely incapacitated.
Well, nobody takes Saren away from us, so
Yeah.
unless we let them.
Aaron, as a cleric, you
So
may be the best
maybe
at
I'm
doing
gonna have to
this.
open my character sheet.
Um, Yep. Yep. It's instantaneous. Yeah. You're like, wait, I can do something. And you just like pat like the top of Saren's head. Actually, what do you do to cast a spell? Out of curiosity.
Well, she's in Senega's arms, so it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
just whichever part of her I can touch. That's appropriate.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh. Wow, really?
Oh.
It's
Wow.
a touch spell.
You could just say, I touch your shoulder, it's fine.
Well, like I said, any part that's appropriate.
You touch her forehead.
Appropriate.
I'm not groping unconscious women.
You touch her forehead, and a small bead of light comes from the end of his fingertips as it touches Saren's head. And with just a flash of light, Saren, your intelligence goes back up to what it previously was. Regaining consciousness. And realizing you're currently on the floor, surrounded by people.
Still not on the floor, still in my arms.
Still in the arms.
Good. Hi? What's
Hi.
up?
Okay, so next time there's like a tentacular anything, if you want to check it out, you just ask one of us, preferably me, and we'll accompany you and make sure that you are gonna be fine, because this is getting... No, okay? Just don't. Just...
Okay.
Okay.
While
And,
while this is happening, I will walk over to the body carefully. I'll poke it with my staff.
Yeah, there's blood coming from
I
the
have-
wound in the neck.
Okay, then
I
will
have something
use
prepared for when that
my
happens as well.
robe and take the pouch.
Okay. It's a pretty small pouch. You can definitely hear the something jangling inside.
What kind of magic is it? Just what color does it have?
It would have. For this one, it would have. What would it have? This is why I have to look up. Yeah, it would have. It probably would. No, considering what it is, it would be probably conjuration. Yeah, conjuration,
Okay, I will
which is blue.
hold it away from my face and open it.
Okay, it opens.
Okay, and then I will peek inside.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, you look inside. It's got just a single vial of some substance inside with a stopper on top.
Color is
Currently, you can't tell because it's in a pouch. And
well, I would take it out.
okay, you take it out, pull it out. It's a relatively small vial, but the color to it is almost like an icy blue. Not straight blue, but more like a cyan, but with kind of white sparkles on the edges around it. And it's cold to the touch.
Is there anything else on the body? Certainly.
From what you can see, the jewelry, a dagger.
Is it just like a regular looking dagger?
Yeah. Ones that you've already seen previously.
Pouch that was magic.
Alright.
Scion.
Take a step back then.
Cyan.
And then I'm going to use Sacred Flame to incinerate the body.
Okay. It doesn't really completely incinerate because it only does 2d8 damage.
Oh, I'm like doing it like a sustained.
Oh, okay. You just like kind of
Like,
constantly do it.
I would just stand there and cremate the body for a couple of minutes.
All right. So yeah, you just like hold the flame there. As the radiant flame just starts burning this body. Not really setting it alight, but more just completely cremating it. From the literal radiant power coming from it. And yeah, after a couple minutes, the body becomes almost like ash.
I'll run over and hug Saren, and then I will walk over to Argentine.
Okay.
Or Hogsward, whoever is closest.
They're probably next to each other at this point.
Yeah, then I will walk over to the both of them and
Okay.
ask if they have an idea of what this vial might do. Of the liquid.
Is that really the best thing to worry about right now?
It was if you knew it.
I would have to inspect it at some point, and
Then it can wait, yes.
I want to make sure what's in that cart is... Well, I want to know what it is.
They said convoy, right?
That is what they said, yes. The question is of what?
Let's go steal their stuff.
Sechiko's made sure that you're fine now, Saren. Which Aaron's made sure you are. As actual kind of like a relief smile on her face. Good, good. Well done, Aaron.
Well, I'm skilled in many things.
I know.
I'm sorry, but Sarah's head just whips out the...
Can everybody in earshot make an insight check on that, please?
Sure.
Check that.
It's an innuendo check. Well,
Yeah, it's an innuendo check.
Oh, honey, if it's an innuendo check, then we're both getting it.
I'm gonna use a hero point on this. That's a 17.
My god.
Oh
God.
shit, sorry, I rolled that advantage by accident.
That's a 1.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
You have no idea what's that.
It's like, yeah, I'm sure he... yeah.
He is good at many things, he's really good at making clothes.
Sarah and Senator, like, you know innuendos, and that was like, yeah, that's like something that YouTube would do.
Can we just lock eyes for a second and just look at them again and just kind of smile and nod? Really?
That's exactly what just happened.
Interesting.
I look innocent.
She kind of like just
Oh,
brushes some
bullshit.
dust off.
I am not buying it for a second.
Not anymore, honey.
And she still very much has, she usually is with her black hair pulled around the back, her dress, and she just dusts herself off after kneeling down next to you, sir. And, well, we should probably make sure no one's around, but we'll talk more.
Oh, I bet you will.
I started talking, but then I stopped when he said something.
Wouldn't you like to know, dwarf?
Oh no, I really wouldn't. And I'm just gonna walk away from this and watch from a distance.
She's smiling, just watching you leave, and then she walks back over to where the rest of the group are gathering.
Oh, well, I'm heading off to look at their stuff. It was north, right?
Yes. And as you go around the corner, you see Junga, who had disappeared into the night, is currently sitting on top a very nice looking, not really wagon, more like a sled. And placed on it are several cages, bags, boxes of various sizes, all placed on top of it. Some of them have live creatures in the cages specifically. You see several variations of sizes. You even see a very small bullet in one of them. Much smaller than the ones that you fought previously.
So, what you said, did you say humans?
No,
I
but
missed what you said before bullet, so...
oh, no, young bullets. Boxes, crates, bags, all on this.
you said cages and something, and then even a young bullet.
Living creatures.
Living creatures, okay.
Yeah. Which are all kind of just like making very quiet, kind of scared sounds. It's like,
Do they look like weird Underdark creatures?
oh, very much, very much. Some of these you have no idea what they are. Some of them like
Can I do a
insects.
nature check?
Sure.
To get like a general sense of like...
What it is.
Obviously I know what the bullet is, but...
Yeah. 2. This is Underdark stuff. You do notice one of them looks like an ankag. The big, like, insecty things with the mandibles at the front.
Yeah, I remember.
One of those, the bullet, and several other things. You're like, what the fuck is that? You also find there's an egg as well, but it's like in one of the sacks. And several boxes.
Any of them look like angry mushroom monsters?
None of them.
Oh, shame.
The boxes, though, do give off a very interesting smell. You're probably able to tell it definitely smells of something dying and decomposing.
How big are the boxes?
They vary in size. Some of them are very small, like a couple of feet wide. Some of them are good several, like 5x5 size boxes.
Junga is just like sitting on top of it. Doing
Yeah.
nothing.
He's sitting in front of it, kind of was looking at one of the creatures inside, and then spots you turn around and it's like, I made sure that it is secure.
I'm sure that was definitely the optimal use of your skills at this point. Do you recognise any of these weird little critters?
My expertise on the Underdark is not very strong. That is more for Ro. Though I do see, well, this one is a bullet, and that is definitely
I see that one,
an infant anker.
I guess
One of
that as
the others is definitely some version of one of the bats from down here, known as a cloaker.
well, that sounds horrible. Did you
It
say
is.
crowbat?
It's kind of like a crowbat, but it's more like a flying manta ray kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. And it's currently curled around one of the bars.
Do they look like angry and dangerous?
Uh,
or do they just look...
All of them currently look malnourished, and most of them look like infant. Like most of them are pretty small considering they're in these small cages.
Do they look wild and feral, or do they look nice?
Very feral.
Alright,
Sarah just gets up and walks away. She's like, I'm fine now.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you can walk up. What's everyone else doing?
I'm here near Savant.
Yeah.
Okay. You two are just chilling by a rock.
Yeah, sort of.
Cool. Okay.
just purely OOC, like, I am 100% behind adopting the bullet and making it a mascot.
Yeah.
I'm also up for that.
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
Well, you could take the manta ray.
It has a little bit more intelligence.
And
But can you
also,
just imagine, though, the bullet grows up and then, like, we put Savant on it and he charges into battle, firing bullets from his bullet.
Obviously, though, you don't know how much those things eat.
Yeah.
I mean, the manta ray seems to be like the less. We don't know how much it grows. Technically.
This is true.
Well, technically, we have half an idea. If this is an infant, we were attacked by one while we were falling.
Yes.
Oh.
With Sarah and you coming around the corner, you're like, that's a baby version. It's kind of cute, but you know what it did and like literally tried to swallow Savant.
Oh.
So that wasn't quite high pitched enough to be a D comment.
And it's currently gnawing on one of the bars. It's kind of wrapped around. It's like,
Poor thing.
Does he look like a herbivore or a omnivore?
oh no, that's like all of these are carnivores.
Right.
The bullet literally eats anything, but it's mainly a carnivore. Saren, you can give me a nature check because you know a bit about the Underdark. Okay, 10. It's 11 minus 1. Like, yeah, you know creatures of the Underdark. You definitely know, like, bullets are like, they eat everything. Like, they eat rocks, they eat people, they eat bones, they eat, like, everything. And, well, you saw it literally try and eat Senager, so yeah, these things have an appetite. Cloakers, you've never really seen a cloaker, because they're more very subterranean. Underdarkians. Undarkians? Is that a thing? Sure, it's an Underdarkian. But yeah, they're very, very wild creatures. Looking at some of the other ones, all of them definitely seem to have... all of them are Underdark creatures. You're 100% sure of that. And the smell is... It doesn't really remind you anything, but you know, like, whatever's in these boxes is dead. Like, and there's more boxes than there are cages.
Which way does it seem like it was moving? The
Currently... Actually, give me an investigation check, because you're looking around this thing, so... Sure. Saren, are you going to help him?
Yeah.
Okay, do it with advantage.
Oh,
15. And... roll it again, just in case. Okay, 15. It's not hard because it's a sled that's been pulled across this. It's kind of soft earth around here. It's rocky in places, but it's actually mostly this soft, kind of squidgy, like mossy earth. Especially with all the mushrooms that have been grown in the area as well. And it's very easy to notice the track that seems to have been coming. Using the map, for example, it's either come from the north. It must have been coming from north, actually. Coming from north of where the map is, and seems to have been traveling southward and then careened towards this place, and then stopped here.
So they made a detour to stop here.
Yes.
Right.
And considering the direction, sorry, what?
Has Arkansas come over yet?
He's currently still kind of resting.
Okay.
You can call him over. He's been healed.
I'll call for Rowan Arkansas.
Okay. One thing you do notice as well, considering the direction that it would have been traveling, it was going towards the forest.
Alright.
or in the direction at least of the forest.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can call over Ro, who's literally untouched. She has like the one scratch from a blade, but the wound's already healed at this point. And strolls up. Arkentail's a little bit more haggard and is kind of like using the sword. Actually, no, he's put the sword away. He's not as bad now. His arm is a mess though. Like he's taken the breastplate off. It's a mess.
You chose this as a meeting place and you knew how to get here. How well do you know this area of the Underdark?
I know enough that there was this elven ruin here. I've definitely had some experience down here. I know enough that, well, the forest is dangerous and there's several drow colonies to the north of here. Why?
Well, it seems like the convoy here came from the colonies to the north and appeared to be heading towards the forest. Is there anything in the forest or any reason they might choose to go there?
Well, it's the forest itself, which is full of the mycenoids, mostly neutral. Mycenoids, mushroom people.
Mushroom? Oh, giant mushroom!
Yes.
Mushroom people.
Yes.
Aye, I thought they might be those.
They're mostly neutral in all behaviours, but they.
Oh, God damn it, Owen.
They deal with anything. However, what they're taking this must be somewhere else. There's several caverns in that direction as well. There's the floor that we flew over, but
where would they be taking boxes full of dead stuff and a wee little caged animal?
well,
What do
They may
the
be-
mushroom folks feed on?
they feed on, well, strangely enough themselves, other plant life, leaves.
So they're not like carnivores or anything?
No, they are the definition of vegetarian.
They may be corrupting them like some of the other creatures, because these are juveniles, and the
That's very
boxes
true.
of dead meat might be food to be able to corrupt them. I don't know.
What I'm concerned with is who is taking it. Now that we know that one was being controlled by an intellectual aura, that means the Illithids are involved.
Well,
Why would they want dead bodies?
Here's a question though. We know that we've seen these tentacle ladies before. They definitely were involved with. Was the name Love? I think.
with
Yeah.
love, aye.
Well, drow themselves are involved
Yes.
with love.
And
Aye,
you say
but
that.
they were helping with a avatar of love or
Yeah.
something.
And are they Illithid and both like friendly friends or?
No. You can ask him, and he points to the well, you're now prisoner, who's still just kind of just laying there, like, what are you going to do with him, sort of thing. You can ask him. He would know how much they really hate those squid faces.
I literally cannot talk to him right now, but yes.
Oh. I can talk for you, if need be.
Yeah, it's. So, are there like two factions of things? Like, is there like the Drow and the Illithid?
There's a lot more happening down here. There is the Drow, there is the Illithid, there is the Duragar.
No, but I mean, right now, why do they look sort of like Illithid but work for the Drows?
Well, as we discussed, it seems they're corrupting everything down here. Their influence seems to be spreading, thanks to the book.
What do you know about this temple? Because there's something a wee bit familiar about it.
Yes, there is several of these. I've actually seen a few of them elsewhere, even actually to the east. They're all over the place. It's quite perplexing to myself.
I'm not an architecturologist, but it reminds me of stuff like elven stuff we saw on the surface. I mean, is this an elf ruin rather than a drow ruin?
Well, elves and drowns aren't that far apart.
Well, I mean, aye, but like what I mean is it like for the elven civilization from the surface, if they build outposts down here, or is it just that the drow stuff looks like elf stuff?
That is the question. How old is this? It is very much ruined, but
Aye, very crumbly old.
which leads us to believe, is it before or after the Empire?
Well, it reminds me of some sort of Empire era stuff that we saw up in the Emerald Sea.
The Emerald Sea?
And it is a bit like the underground ruin that the Poisonous Ruin is, alright?
That was specifically a temple, to one of the elven gods.
Yeah. But it's like similar architecture, you mentioned that.
It was similar, yeah. It didn't have the white stone. That was
Right.
very specific. That definitely was one of the ruins that you saw in the Emerald Sea.
Alright.
If we're talking about architecture, then yes, the Emerald Sea would definitely be a home place. Considering what's been there, or what was there, then my question more is, why is there one down here?
Oh, exactly. Also, it looks like the convoy made a wee detour over to here. Did they spot
Yes,
you? What happened?
that was our fault. We had, we were attempting to set a camp here, waiting for the rest, and apparently you. Drow are unfortunately very good at spotting things down here,
Alright.
especially unwanted guests.
So, how long have you been down here? Because it was days ago when we saw you disappear into the Underdark. Did you like come straight here, or have you been elsewhere?
I went to talk with a informant, someone on the inside from the Drows, who gave me some information of what's been going on. After what we saw, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't all of them, and apparently it is not. It's a lot of them, more than I expected, but there's some conflict building within them. Some of them are still working for Lolf, and some seem to have been turned. How? I don't know yet, but it's definitely from influence from the Illithids.
Right. And what exactly is an Illithid, aside from the, like, squiddly face bastards?
Do you want to know their origin or just what they are?
Well, I mean, they appear to be squid-faced monsters with, like, weird brain voodoo, but, like, that's not really much to go on.
That is the basis, yes. I don't think they're generally the Underdark. They're too different. The whole thing with them devouring others' brains, that specifically is odd. It's otherworldly.
Wait, what now? Wait, run that by me again.
Yes, their main source of nutrition is brains.
Right.
because of
That-
this. It's
Sounds odd.
It is, which is the main concern of why I'm worried their influence in the Drow is so high. And considering they are almost mortal enemies, I am even more concerned. But yes, their presence is otherworldly down here. They're not meant to be part of the ecosystem.
Right. And
They
you say,
yes.
well, the ones we encountered in the Tyke, well, which we took care of the Tyke, by the way.
Well
And
done.
there was an avatar. Well,
An avatar.
sounds. Yeah. Well, we think so. It was like this weird lady person that exploded into a tidal wave of spiders.
That
It was
definitely
deeply unpleasant.
that definitely sounds like a avatar.
And her priestesses were similar to the lassie that is all crispy over there, who their faces were like semi-squiggly.
So
As if
corrupted.
they're in some kind of like unholy union of the two.
It's not so much a union as a partial transformation would be, I guess, the best way of describing it. It's either they've had contact in some form and has used some type of power to imbue themselves into these drow. Why the drow would allow that is beyond me. Either some type of desire, wish, promise, or worse, brainwashing. The Drow's influence is getting stronger, especially considering now that I see that as a intellect devourer in one of their priestesses. That is disturbing. I'm going to have to be more careful dealing with the Drow.
An added complication as well, just to bring you completely up to speed.
Please.
The you know the Mirror Forge, right? You're aware of.
The temple to the element of metal?
Aye. Well, when we got there, which was after we saved the day at the Tig and demolished the entire building, it was pretty amazing.
Well done.
They were under attack by some strange abominations and a faction of giants who we seem to have stumbled across an illicit connection there as well, because there was one
Oh my.
present with the leader. Your friend Junga here managed to get himself captured by him.
Younger. I
So
thought
it
better.
seems there's quite a lot going on, and the Illithid seem to be at the centre of it.
Yes, there's definitely some influence of the elephant within the giants of the surface as well. Your concerns were correct.
And there were those weird, what are they called? The little troglodyte things.
Yes. You think of the Grimlocks.
Grimlocks, that was it. Aye, Grimlocks.
The lowest of the low servants of the Illithid. Mutations of various humanoids that have been broken down and built back up. Again, not of this world. No creature I know of can do such things, to so rapidly change another's biology. My main worry now is, now that we know the Drow have been corrupted on the inside, what of the Durga? Have you seen any?
Have I seen any? I don't think so.
No.
Have we?
You would have definitely known if you seen Duragar, Sarah.
No,
Yeah, I'm like, that's why I'm asking, like, wait a minute, I would have noticed.
Yeah, no, we pretty much came straight down that wee staircase place, so we've not.
The Titan
We
steps.
did see a beholder, but that's unrelated. He wanted decorating advice.
Beholders do make their homes down here, yes, but a beholder?
He was chilling out just above
He was
that
just
whole,
above the ley line.
ley line thing, yeah.
I should have
What
checked.
is the deal with that damn ley line thing anyway?
That would be better questions for Booker. He's more of the expert on them.
Okay, so we know everything that there is to know from our perspective.
If he has told you, and
Aye.
I've known him to be a bit of a open speaker.
No, he's chatty and good at answering questions, that's for sure.
I did tell him a little too much, but they're happy to join us, and
Talk too much than not enough.
is there concerns?
Concerns about what?
Your
I mean, there's like a general baseline level of concern, that's all. But
well, if you have concerns, do bring them up. It's important that there's some level of trust, especially down here.
oh no, not concerns like that. Sorry, that wasn't a dig at anyone in this thing. I just I have acquired a very low tolerance for people not telling us what the fuck's going on. So I genuinely am more happy with someone who is willing to answer questions than someone who's reluctant to provide information.
The importance of what is happening is, well, it keeps one alive, and that is important.
Exactly.
Unfortunately,
Well, it helps you know who to punch in the face. So.
unfortunately, we did have to make sure that, well, you all were comfortable with the situation. After what I had seen from King's Arch, I know you were involved. I wanted to know that you were happy to stay involved.
How could we not?
No, it's just-
Kind of gives you like a wiry smile, just like, is that just because you want to fight, or?
yeah, it's the way our compass is pointing, isn't it? So it may be broken, but it's right 2 times. No wait, that's watches. Right 2 times a day. My compass is.
I think you need to work on your motto.
Directionally, perhaps, but morally, no.
We should probably make some type of rest, or head further away from here.
Is this the best place to rest up? I mean, it's moderately.
I found out, though, that there is a downstairs to this place, so we can rest down there. It's a little cramped, but it may be enough to give us some cover from anything that's around.
Alright.
There's a lot of things that want to kill you down here.
Depending on the space, I can cast the tiny hut, which will protect us.
Won't be necessary.
Yeah, we may want to save that for.
Be true.
It's been so terrible. Having to camp out. No soft beds, company.
Oh, you've got a wee bit of company.
I do now.
Well, I meant your snake lady friend.
No, this is Sechiko talking. So
Oh, sorry. Right. Yeah. Okay.
You're welcome.
Arcantale's not my type.
What? You're not your type for what?
He's too stingy.
He's too. Like he doesn't buy you lunch. Like, I'm not for one.
Actually, no, he doesn't.
Well, if you you'd like, you can have some of my rations. I mean, you know. Whatever.
It's not bugs, is it?
No, it's trail mix. And jerky.
Wait,
Trust
bugs?
me, Aaron, just wait until you see what Aaron can do to a fistful of trail mix. God, the things he can do is fantastic.
I'm going to enjoy having you two around.
Uh-huh.
Saren, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, honey. Stay right where you are.
Why do we have so many people?
We have one who loves company and we have one who hates company.
who hates company?
Younger.
Okay.
Oh, no, Ro.
Ah,
Is that right? Strength in numbers, and also, the more of us there are, the less likely your friend Younger is to get captured again. Just saying.
It was a lucky fluke.
We found you in a
Alright.
cage in the ground.
I wasn't dying. Mostly.
You wouldn't have done that illicit there, or your brain may have just exploded and tried to eat everyone.
Don't bring that up, please. I like to think myself free and not caged.
You are now, thanks to us.
And as I've said many a time, I am thank you.
Well, you know, it's always
Oh,
nice to
you're
do that
very,
for you
very well.
sometimes.
Yes. Now let's rest before more things try and eat us.
Aye, to the basement.
Batcave.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Damn it.
Do they have D&D in the basement?
Damn it.
So, Arcantel leads you actually down the set of stairs, the ones that you can just see on the map actually.
When they come back,
Oh.
I'm going on the stairs, I say, what are we going to do with the prisoner?
Well, it doesn't
Feed
seem
him to the
that...
bullet?
Well, the thing is, right? It may be just my good-hearted heart, but is there not a possibility that he just followed orders? You know, not everyone is evil in full extent.
Oh, it's entirely possible, but that
Also,
doesn't really help.
doesn't it though? I mean, was he aware that the thing he was following was not
Oh no,
entirely
no, no,
raw,
no, that's not what I mean by that. What I mean
no.
is
I mean,
like,
if we let him know that the thing he was following was not a drow but was controlled by an illithid, and to
If-
tell other people that, might that help us? You say the drow and illithid don't go well together at all.
it might make him a wee bit chatty. We certainly can't just let him go is the thing.
That's,
No.
No, not definitely let him go, but maybe take him with us.
Is anyone going to speak to him? Or you're just going to talk common around him?
I can't.
I can't either.
I can't.
Ethelmore, do you want to take point on interrogation?
Well, we
Since
could,
you speak his language.
in the morning when we leave, make him, let him walk away. That was the words.
Well, the problem is, if we let him leave, he knows his way around here better than us. He can run and he can get people. And
Aye.
What we need to
one of-
make sure is, if we make him leave, that he's on our side, like a good guy.
well,
Is there
some-
somewhere we can lock him up until morning then? We can interrogate him properly in the morning.
wait, is it nighttime already?
You have no idea. You're underground.
Like, we've only been awake a few hours. I don't think we're going to sleep.
Yeah, considering you woke up and then jumped past the ley line, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
want
I
to take
think
him
we're
a short
just,
rest.
I think we're just short resting, yeah. In the basement. So we just need to keep an eye on him for a short rest and then we'll worry about it later.
Arcantel is just going to walk up to him. Who's...
I know exactly right. Ulan suddenly has a flash of an idea and he reaches into the bag of holding, pulls out Wilbur's rings and gives them to Ithamore. These might help.
I just look at them in confusion and then...
They want to stop Master Wilbur from running off. It might be beneficial for doing the same to our new friend.
Do you want to put them on then?
No, you speak his language. You're in charge of that.
I turn to him and just hold the reins out and say, put them on.
I didn't know it. I surrender, but we don't have to do that sort of thing, Mister.
It's security.
He's looking at these as.
If you mean us no harm will come to you.
I repent. I will change my ways. I will join one of the other colonies.
I want an insight check.
Did you take away his weapons? I cannot understand any of this, but
His weapon's still on the floor. He's wearing armor still, but his weapon's on the floor. His longsword, at least. 19. Considering he's surrounded by like 12 people, and he's seen one of them turn into a giant snake, he's very much scared.
So he's just saying this to get away from us, not because he means it, right?
He doesn't seem to be lying. As he's just, I will join the group of Elestre. I won't follow Loaf anymore. She hasn't helped me in any way. This got me in a terrible situation. I almost died. And well, you spared me.
He's panicking very much.
What's he saying?
He says he likes
Play
his blue collar.
and change his ways.
Oh.
I don't know
Right.
if I trust him.
Ask him if he knows his way around. We could possibly make use of him as a guide.
Do you know your way around down here?
To the north, yes. Within the confines of some of the colonies, yes. I can take you to some of the friendly ones, yes. To the Moon Lake.
So, you would agree to be a guide to us down here?
If you spare me?
Can I insight check him?
Sure. What are you trying to insight from him?
But just see if he is being honest and that he doesn't seem like a flight risk.
Okay, go for it. Roll that insight. 13. Okay. He's speaking fast, still from fear. He's talking to someone with a black armor, with a giant hood over him and a mask. He's definitely not hiding anything. He's definitely still very anxious. He is the Reaper. His next weapon's going to be a scythe.
Actually, I was thinking Overwatch.
Okay, yeah, shotguns.
I sheathe my sword, but I keep my hands on the pommels of my swords.
He does slow down his breathing.
And I say to him, come with us. We will decide what to do with
If
you
you want to
shortly.
live.
Do you say this in Elvish?
Yeah, I'm saying it's directly to him.
Oh, no, Aaron.
No.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Where is it you want to go?
I turn to Arkentile. Arkentile speaks Elvish, doesn't he?
Yes, he's still listening to this whole thing.
I just nod to him and say, where are we going?
That is still the question. Do you want to deal with the drow right now? Or?
Are you two speaking in
Common.
common or Elvish?
Yeah, it's common. They're not going to speak Elvish in front of the prisoner.
Alright. Well, Argentile asked if we'd encountered any Duragar. Do we want to try and find the Duragar? Or do we want to do some recon on the dwarves first?
The Durgar are the drow.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, the drow.
Too many D's.
Rogue speaks up. The Durgar would be to the south, the other side of the forest. We can move around it to find them, if that's the plan.
The prisoner claims he can guide us to the north. So
The
maybe we go
convoy
that way.
was heading south.
Yes, we can try and figure out where they were going.
So do
See
we
if
want to go where they were going or where they came from?
Well, they're drow, so we know where they came from.
Aye. If they were heading south to the Duragar, which is one of many possibilities, that's probably a thing we need to know, but why do they have crates of dead things? Where did all that come from? Does ask your friend there if he knows what's in the crates and why it was being transported and where it was being taken to.
Good question.
I'm gonna look at the prisoner and then I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Alright. He has to make a wisdom save.
Charisma.
Charisma. I don't think they have much in the way of charisma. As I pull out the monster manual. Nope, they have a 1. With a good old 8. He sees the ring kind of go around. It's like, what are you doing?
I just
I'll
want
make
to
sure I'm
make
on
sure
the
you're
ring.
telling the truth.
Okay. I can just stand there.
What were you transporting and where were you transporting it to?
We came from Knight's Embrace to bring the carts through the deep lands. To the drop point.
What is this drop point?
The Misty Maw.
And do you know why you were going there?
No, I was to guard it.
What were you transporting? What's up with the animals and the dead meat?
Why, I don't know. But it is animals that they have collected.
I turn back to the others and in common I relate what he's just said.
Drop point does not sound good to me.
Hugh was checking the priestess's body. Seraphina, you were. Or did you just take the pouch?
Well, I would have looked it over as I took the pouch.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Just straight up investigation. 17. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. You find a scroll of paper. Quite nice paper. That's been rolled up. There's no seal on it. It seems that it had been broken already. But it seems there's some roll of parchment that's been placed within her dress.
I would look at it
Okay.
now that they're talking about something. I'm mentioning.
And that's what you find on it.
Is it written in Elven? Or in...
It is written in Elvish, yes. Which
I
then you can't
cannot
read.
it.
You just see
But you
Elvish
can give
scroll
someone
across
who
it.
can.
Um,
Yeah.
I found
Aaron, you're next to her, I guess.
And I'm
Yeah.
standing little ways away from the interrogation because I don't understand it anyway.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Aaron's nearby, so you can see that there's some Elvish on this piece of parchment that Seraphina's pulled out somewhere.
I read it out loud to her.
Okay. Read it out loud.
Yeah. But not in Elvish in common.
Immersion, read it.
No, I hate my boy.
Fine. Bring the living or dead remains to the misting moor. Don't let the higher-ups hear of this, especially Haralde Lathan. She'll exercise our hobby on you. I have told you the echoes have disclosed the grand works in motion that we can be a part of if we do well. Lokenthor.
I'm going to the prison and say, who is looking for?
His eyes kind of open. One of the few lords in Knight's Embrace. He's in charge of some of the outside security.
What of Haralde Leandel?
His breath kind of accelerates. She's Haralde, Herald. I'm Harbinger.
Wait, she's. Oh, she's. No, I can't hear this, can I, damn? Stupid Elven.
You do hear him say Haralde, because it's you still know the Elvish word at this point.
Yeah.
She's dangerous. She likes to torture people.
No.
I should make a hobby of it.
Sorry. There's a wasp and it just decided to flew into me.
Okay.
Ow.
Sorry.
Fortunately, it was away from the microphone.
Lots of insects apparently in the Underdark.
There is a lot of insects. Some of them are buzzing around the bodies at this point, actually. That's a good mention. You asked if she was a hobby. He kind of grimaces, and he slowly kind of moves his hands down, which he's had up for this whole entire time, and pulls off one of his gloves. And you can see on his hand, scars that wrap all the way around, almost like rope marks that have been dug in. And one of his fingers, which one's that? The one next to the pinky? I don't know which one that is. Ring finger. Is half missing. Hobby.
Well, if you help us, you won't lose any more to her. Does that sound agreeable to you?
If you let me go, that would be better. But it is better, yes. Arcantara kind of steps away, and Common just. He would be helpful to us, but do we actually need him?
Well, do we know where the missing moor is?
Ro? There's many things that are misting. There's lots of fog from several springs down here. From the volcanic plumes, there's a lot of fog that roams through the deep lands. Some is even through the forest.
So that's a no.
This one he speaks of no.
We probably could benefit from him at least pointing us to the right place.
Shall we promise him freedom for guiding us there, or?
Well, assuming it's further away from the colonies than we are now, by the time we get there, if we let him go, it's going to take him a good long while before he can get to anyone.
He deserves his freedom. But do we need to find this misting moor? We have concerns elsewhere. It may help,
Well,
but
which is more pressing? Do we want to know where the fuck the creepy body thumpage is going on? Or do we just want to... Because we're going to end up going to where this Mokantor and Feralde person are, right? Would we not want to know what they're doing before we go?
I agree with Ulan. We should find out where their bodies are going to. It may even lead us to where the Illithid are coming from.
If they're supplying creatures and supplies to corrupt, then we should probably start there.
If we end up finding like a hemorrhoid monster factory, then
Oh, not again.
So it's agreed. We'll agree to let him go in exchange for guiding us there.
I'm on board with that.
Fine.
Anyone have any objections?
I'll give myself this up easier. Well, it's not really an objection, but can we at least get his name, so if we meet him again we could, be on friendlier terms?
Oh, aye. We've got plenty of time to find that out while we're travelling to whatever this moor is, so...
Who knows, he may want to leave down the dark and start up a shop somewhere. I don't know.
No. I'm sure we can have a wee chat with him while we're walking.
I turn to the prisoner and say, if you agree to guide us to Mr. Moore's, we will let you go. Is that a deal? I hold on.
Yes. Yes, it is. He kind of looks at your hand. Kind of grabs the wrist and shakes it. Is this?
I am Moore. What is your name?
He's still in the zone of truth, so he has to.
Strong enough at the moment.
Technically, he doesn't
What?
have
Nomans.
to say anything, but if he tries to say a name, he has to say his own name.
I didn't think we were being friendly, considering what you've done.
We need to call you something. We can't just call you the Drow all the time.
It's a pity this conversation is in Elvish, because I heard so we could call him asshole.
Fine. Call me Thoradin.
I can go and say his name is Thoradin.
It sounds almost like a paladin. You guys gonna be good friends.
Yeah, he could totally join your order.
I face palm.
Well, first things first, let's rest up, and then let's find this moor. Find out what it's smoking, or misting, or whatever. Is it vaping moor? I can't remember. Or something.
Mr. Moore.
Miss.
I turn to the prisoner and say, we're gonna rest up now. Come with us. We will leave shortly.
Someone should go to these bodies. You will attract things.
What else were you about? Oh, I can't find
I
one
turn to the others and say, you suggest getting rid of the bodies in case they attract things. That's probably a good idea. I volunteer him to do it.
Oh, and that's a bit harsh, man.
Probably also the boxes with the running things.
Yeah.
What
Why
should-
don't we just throw
bonfire.
it? Then why don't we throw it to the baby Paulette?
Well, I was
Need to
about to ask what are we gonna do with the ones.
Honestly, we should let them go.
It matters not much. Release them, they will go into the wild. Kill them, it matters little.
Maybe we should keep them caged for now. We could perhaps use the calf as a disguise to sneak in if we needed to.
You're suggesting we complete the delivery ourselves?
Possibly. Let's just drive the calf closer and we can assess when we get close enough to see if that will
Yeah. Let's move these bodies somewhere, rest up, and then we'll go from there.
Alright.
Burn the bodies.
Okay.
Well, yeah, mount them and burn them.
So, you guys spend some time to collect the bodies together, which at this point, several insects have beginning to settle on some of the bodies already. Especially the ones that have been split open by Siren. Which down here can definitely attract attention. But with several of you, are you just going to burn the bodies, or are you going to try and bury them? What are you guys going to do?
I'll just burn them.
Okay. It's going to take several minutes. Unless Seraphine is going to just literally just cast Burning Hands on them all.
Yeah, throw them into a flamethrower. That's really fine.
Or Pyrox.
I do also have control flame now, so
Either way, you guys scorch the bodies, creating a little bit of a smoke billow up around and above this ruins, which you guys do realize is quite noticeable. Nothing's approached. It seems fire is something that's kept away from things down here. As you're led towards this spiral staircase that Arkantel shoves some rubble away from, you guys find that it leads down directly below this ruin into, again, very similar to what you had seen in that temple to one of the elven deities. Although this had been very much collapsed, there's only about half of it remaining. With a single chamber, about 20 by 20. Actually, slightly larger. Actually, it's more like 40 by 40. Actually, of very similar stone. There's little to no light down here. Just the cast light coming from the stairs. However, it is quiet. There is growth down here from some normal funguses, and you see several cobwebs that have been built up in some of the corners, but nothing dramatic. As you guys take a short rest, and we'll finish there today.